Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is Fabri-Chat.
All right, good morning. It's like old times. We're back together. And I hope, let's see, I'm wearing gray and you're wearing gray, and we're in front of this gorgeous quilt. Before we go any farther, we have to just tell you, this is the quilt that was donated by our Amy Osmondson. And it's Modesto, right? I always feel like her address is something different, but she's from Modesto, California. We met her last year. She came up for a retreat, and she's coming again here in, a couple weeks. She's going to be here at the beginning of June. But she sent this. She sent a lovely card, Amy, super nice, to say that she chose a sunflower because of
I love it.
Ukraine. And she said we could do whatever we wanted to with it. Well, this is going to be one of the featured items in our live auction on Friday afternoon starting at 4. And we're going to send out a quick little email to everybody Wednesday, today, afternoon, early evening, just saying, hey, this is how that's all going to go down. So on Thursday morning at 8 a.m., there will be a special page that will have links to key items that we're selling, that every single one of those items, all of the proceeds will go to the Ukrainian relief effort. And then we'll have silent auction items. The silent auction ends at 4 p.m. on Friday, the 13th. And then that's when the live auction will start. And we'll have some preview of some of those items. And there might be kind of some last minute things that we'll have even additionally. And it's kind of funny because some things are shippable, some things aren't. And so we'll just sort of see how that all goes. But anyway, I think it'll be really, really fun. And all 100% of the proceeds will be going to our local Ukrainian relief effort. We already have Ukrainian families that are arriving here in Grant County. They are coming with nothing. And so a lot of people have been donating. They do need clothing. A lot of people have been donating things and house goods. Part of the problem right now is we have such a housing crisis that they are living with host families, but eventually we're looking for places and, going to see what happens with that. But anyway, they are arriving with absolutely nothing. So that's where all of our money is going to go, is our local Ukrainian community. So anyway, Amy, thank you so much for this. And this must be, I know, I wish, it's got to be a, this is a Drunkard's Path block.
But yeah, so kind of wonderful.
So kind of wonderful.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's a ruler technique, and it's pretty addicting.
It's gorgeous.
I think
I'm going to bid on that.
It's awesome.
I'm going to bid on it. I want it. I want it. So some other updates. Let's see. Some other updates. People were asking about Roseanne, my friend Roseanne. She is so honored and so happy and just over the moon over so many cards. She said lots of people have sent several cards. She is personally sending a little card back to each of you. She's got some from England. There's been some from out of the country. She's got them from so far 30 states. Wow. Yeah, she's got a bunch of them. So she said the first day that Mike came home, he went to town and he came home from the post office and he had 60 cards. And he said, what's going on? And she says, I don't know. And he said, well, something is happening. And so she started opening them. And I think it was like the third one said, because the first one was sort of, so sorry to hear you're under the weather, and I hope this card cheers you up, and we've added you to our prayer chain, and, whatever. Something just super sweet. And it's like, I don't know who this person is. Who is this person? What's happening? So she opens the second one. It was like the third one that somebody finally said, any friend of Cindy's is a friend of mine. And when Cindy said, it's like, wait, what? So then she caught up on her episodes of Fabri-Chat to find out what was happening. And so then 2 days later, when he went to the post office again, he brought home like 60 more cards. And so anyway, they've just kept coming. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so she said such a blessing, such a joy. She just loves all of them. And several people have even sent her like gift baskets.
Oh.
Our friend Jan Kolonic, who we love from Alabama. Do I have that right? I know she's our southern chef. I think Alabama. Oh, I'm super terrible. I know all of you guys. I remember your names and I remember your emails, but I think Alabama. Southern. Anyway, Jan sent her a special gift, and several people have. She's gotten several baskets, and I said, "Oh, tell me the name. Who is it?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah." So then I tell, like I know you. You know, "Oh, yeah, that's our friend. Oh, yeah, Susan from Texas. Oh, we love her."
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. And gosh, if you don't mind, just keep sending them, whatever you feel inclined to do. Keep her on your prayer chains. She just recently, I think we told you, she had just recently went through the colon cancer, through treatment with that. And it was on her checkup was when they found that she now has breast cancer. She is not going in for her surgery until July 14th.
Wow.
Is when she's going in. So I'm planning a trip down there. We just can't decide when.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think that I should go before because we tend to get to laughing and we might bust open stitches or things. And so I don't think I should be there after, but I could go after in case Mike needs a break. But then I thought, well, they live in South Dakota. Middle, I don't know, a break for what. What you gonna be doing in July in South Dakota? But anyway, we'll figure it out. So at some point in mid-July, I'm going to be flying over to see her. And I was going to go actually even over for her surgery on the 14th, but she's over at the Mayo Clinic. Mayo is where she goes. So, and I think that's in like Missouri or something. So, so she won't be home. So anyway, we're going to try to figure that out. But, and then she connected with somebody who lives 40 miles from her.
That's so cool.
I know.
That's
and
so
it's like
cool.
Marge says, because I used to say, in the middle of nowhere. But what they say is, I live in the middle of somewhere. Because,
Yes,
you choose that. And I totally understand it now living in town. And you now living in the country, you choose that. I love to live in the middle of somewhere, where you're listening to birds and frogs. And
If we could afford a 40-acre plot and live right in the middle.
Yes. Big trees. Big trees. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, so super sweet. So thank you guys for asking about a update on Roseanne. And gosh, if you could just keep those little cards coming. She just loves them. Her exact words were such a blessing. Yeah. Just
it's good that it keeps her positivity up and keeps her happy.
Yeah.
Keeps her smiling.
It does. She said she just said she has so many stories, and she said it has really given her a focus and something to do, and to know that all those people are praying for you.
Yeah.
Gosh, that alone, even if but it's not
cool.
like they're not listening, but just so nice to know that you're part of that community, that you guys are all part of our same community. So we just love that. And I don't remember what else I was going to say about, I know what it was, that Mike said, well, what do you think, because he said, well, what do you think the postman is thinking?
I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah. And do you think he knows what's going on? Yeah. There's a population of 700. He knows what's going on. So anyway, kind of funny. The other fun thing is that when she had called, she wanted me to. There's a story that Roseanne and I have shared years and years ago. Gosh, 15, 20 years ago, when we were talking. One of her favorite Cindy stories. She wanted me to share it, and I hesitate to share it because I sound like such an idiot. But here's the thing that you have to know, and I think I'm actually, I know that I'm actually very intelligent, but I'm dyslexic is part of it. But the other thing is that I lived a very sheltered life. I was very, very, very naive. I mean, when I went away to college, when I went to college over in Seattle, I had never been to Seattle. I'd never been anywhere. Very small town girl, pretty sheltered life. Anyway, so graduate from school, go to the junior college and then transfer over to the University of Washington. So here, small town girl, very naive in the big city.
Yeah.
So you know it's going to be a good story. And there are so many more stories, but I'm just going to tell one, Roseanne's favorite. So anyway, so I have this big Monte Carlo is what I used to drive, this great big Hurricane bus that I must have gotten for $500 or whatever, but smooth car, and that's what I used to drive. And traffic in Seattle is horrendous. Worse now, I think, than it was, but it was super bad. And to get anywhere, you know, it was super terrible. Well, anyway, so I was traveling, and for nursing clinics, I was going to nursing school and nurse practitioner, and you had to go to different facilities and hospitals, and that was back in the time of maps, you know, but anyway, so you're always traveling somewhere, always dealing with traffic, and you never knew how much time it was going to take. Well, anyway, I happened upon the transit lane. And in my naive, Brianna knows the story, naive, idiot, bad spelling, I don't know. I was thinking in my head that what I saw was transient lane, odd spelling, maybe shortcut for transient lane, and that they had created a lane for us.
You're newcomers.
People who are not native to Seattle, not part of this problem. No. I am merely a visitor in your fair city, and thank you for giving me a lane to travel in. The transient lane.
See where the princess syndrome comes in?
I believed it. I thought for sure that was for me. But what? How did I not know about this sooner? So here I am.
In your big old boat.
Traveling in the transient lane for like a year.
Nobody tells you.
People be waving at me, sometimes oddly with one finger, and it's like, hello, I'm a transient. It's okay. I can be here. So, you know, because I knew there wasn't very many of us in that lane, but, you know, anyway, I did finally get pulled over. It was bound to happen, and the police officer came up and said, you're in the transit lane. And I said, yeah, I know. I am a transient. And he says, what? Yeah, I can show you. I'll show you my ID. I don't live here. What? I don't live here. So, you know, and he could not understand. It did not make sense. And you have to explain what you're saying. I'm saying this is the transient lane, right? I mean, I know you guys spell it kind of funny, but this is the transient lane, which means that it would be for me because I don't live here. And anyway, I don't remember what all. I did not get a ticket.
I would have spared you too.
He explained to me that it was not misspelled. Transit meant something entirely different. And it was true that back then, this was a very long time ago, that it didn't have all of those signs. I see them now, and they say, you know, 3 or more, or whatever it says. There's like signs, but I mean, I've seen those now for 20 years, but 30 years ago.
But they now call it a carpool lane.
Carpool lane.
And then you have the bus lane.
Bus lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, not transient, or, you know, leave the E off if you're... Anyway, and what made Roseanne think about that was that I had said, you know, my friend from Northern California, as we were talking about Lisa Vizzle, because Lisa Vizzle, and she's from North Carolina, so she's from NC, and so she talks about living on the mountain and her post office box, and so I kept saying, oh, you know, because she lives in Northern California. And Tracy said, what?
What are you
She lives
talking
in
about?
North Carolina. I said, oh yeah, NC. Just in my head, I'm picturing her on the mountains in Northern California. So anyway, so now it's this whole joke that Lisa Vizzle lives in North Carolina, Northern California, which is what NC stands for. So I am a very smart woman. I really am. I just get things a little mixed up. So anyway, that's our Roseanne update and Roseanne's favorite story. And there's a whole lot more of my time in Seattle that really has to be told with wine. But anyway, Let's see. The other thing that I was going to mention is, so this is really sweet. So I think, were you gone, or did I mention it after you got back? The banana bread and those really cool pecan roll things.
Oh, you mentioned it at box opening on Sunday
When I showed the empty bag. Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. And this was from our friend, Jan Kalanick, our southern friend. And that was who sent the homemade banana bread, which was like amazing. And these pecan log things that were something a southern delicacy or whatever. Oh my gosh, those were like crazy, crazy good. Well, all of this stuff was in a package, and then there was this bag in there, and we thought it was just packing, to keep the bread, stable, to make sure that it shipped it or whatever, because this is that Priestess pecans, and I think that this must have been where she got those funny log things, because it says at, what does that say? Priestess Pecans Retail Store.
Yep.
There's a website. This could be bad. Remember, I ordered all kinds of stuff from that Pennsylvania General Store after Ruth Bosler sent treats. Terrible. Anyway, there was something in this bag.
Oh.
I love this. So it's a dish towel, and it says...
I never said I would die without coffee. I said people would die.
People would die. It's perfect.
Yes.
It is perfect. Tracy had looked up, because, we got those espresso beans.
Yeah.
And those were from Pam. Thank you. Oh, gosh, so nice. So Tracy had looked up. She kept sealing them up. Thinking, I think that I was getting too much caffeine. And I said, it's not possible. I mean, my blood type is,
Yeah.
Starbucks. So it's not, I drink coffee all day long.
Yeah.
I even drink coffee in the evening. It does not keep me up at night. So anyway, so she looked it up, and one chocolate-covered espresso bean has 5 milligrams of caffeine in it. Mm-hmm. Cup of coffee, 95.
Whoa.
Those beans,
They got nothing.
they got nothing. Could chew those things up. So anyway. All right. So thank you, Jan, for the towel. Thank you for sending gifts to my friend Roseanne. That's super nice. And let's see. The National Day, we could talk about that because this is hilarious. So guess what today is? I took a picture. So remember, we've been saying that you can plan your menu around what National Day it is.
Your food.
Today is National Eat What You Want Day.
Eat what you... Ooh. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. That would be kind of good.
Yeah.
What would you eat that's like super weird?
You know what I've been craving?
Uh-oh.
You know what I've been craving? Tomato pie.
Tomato pie.
Oh, I went to the store yesterday and they have all the aromas are out. It's like, oh. I just couldn't remember what was all in it. Otherwise I would have bought everything for it.
Nothing good.
No. We're going to have to do it for one of the retreats.
Okay, we'll make
They
tomato pie.
so bad. I want
Tomato
one.
pie is so good. I think that's a southern thing.
It's awesome.
It's really, really good. Well, we could probably make that. We should make that this weekend.
Yeah.
Eat what you want.
Tomato pie.
Tomato pie. I feel like I've been hungry for tomato pie for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. What else are you craving? Anything else?
That's about it at the moment.
I don't think that we eat anything weird. People are still freaking out, still mention things about us not liking the food touch. Somebody asked, well, then you don't eat casseroles. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Casseroles, that's
Like
not the same
lasagna, it's
thing.
meant to be together.
Yeah. We just don't want corn touching our lasagna.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make sense.
I know. You
It
either
doesn't.
get it or you don't. A lot of people, it was really 50-50,
Yeah.
of who thought that and who didn't. So, let's see. What's our other national days? I need to look up because I heard on the radio that the 14th is the national, postal workers for Food Bank Day or whatever. But I can't actually find that information. But I know that here locally, on Saturday, on the 14th, we're supposed to leave our non-perishables out or in the mailbox or whatever.
Right, and take them.
They're going to take them. Mm-hmm. Do you think that that's
a national thing?
A national thing? Find
I
out.
don't know.
I think that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we're going to do that here, but I don't know if that was a national thing or not. There were some kind of fun things this month. National, tonight is also, we used to call it night shift, but they don't call it night shift anymore. They call it third shift. Mm. So today is National Third Shift Workers Day. It's also National School Nurse Day and National Receptionist Day. And then I was going to look. There was something else this month that was super goofy. Yesterday, May 9th, was National Lost Sock Memorial Day.
Lost over.
You're supposed to...
The washing machine ate it.
Yes, but you're supposed to get rid of them. Because all of us have that, right? That basket full of one sock, because you're going to find that other one. No.
You never do.
May 9th, National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Get rid of them. Because that's a sure thing that you're going to find the other ones. Because as soon as you empty that whole basket and throw them away, within minutes you have another
They'll
one.
arrive. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Yesterday was also National Moscato Day. So that's the thing. Drink your wine as you're tossing out those... this was the other one. Saturday is also National Dance Like a Chicken Day. I can flap your arms, strut your stuff, and dance like a chicken. National Wine Day is May 25th. And then I think that was the only other. There's, I think it's so much fun to look and find fun things to celebrate. But anyway, the Lost Sock Memorial Day, a new favorite.
That's a good one.
Yes. So the other thing is that, on last Friday, Susan, our friend from Clarkston, Georgia, and her friend from Florida came up for a visit. And we've mentioned this before to people that if you are traveling from out of town and you're coming up this way anyway, and it's a long enough drive that you want to spend the night, we have, on our little complex, we have our house. We're right across from the lake. We have our house. We have the event center with the condos, and then we have 3 bungalows, and those bungalows are 114 years old. But they have as modern of conveniences as you can add to a 114-year-old bungalow. They've got air conditioning, televisions, Wi-Fi, comfortable beds. But anyway, email me and ask for more information and see if you're coming up this way. We'll put you up. But anyway, Susan didn't stay out there with us, but because her friend has a daughter in Spokane. But they came over for the day, and they shopped for the day, and then I took them out to lunch, and we had just a really nice visit and had a really great time. But here's the funny thing. So she says to me, "Wait, could I ask you a personal question?" And I said, "Sure, ask me anything." And I'm thinking, what's it going to be? Her question was, "Does your husband mind being called Pa?"
He's already been called Pa.
That's what I said to her. I said, "Should he mind that?" I said, "I don't know. We've always called him Pa. He's always been Pa."
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Pa. So I thought about that, and then I thought, gosh, I wonder if, and then I asked him that night, and I said, "Hey, so Susan asked if you mind being called Pa." And he said, "Well, should I?" And I said, "That's exactly what I thought. I don't know." So you know what made me think about that is I thought, if it's a regional thing, because remember what was it like a year ago that we were saying America, and somebody was like, a couple of people got kind of offended by that we should not say America, that we should say, see, isn't that funny? You have to say that. You can't just say America. It's like, no, here it's a, pride, and, we say it loudly. And so here it's not
maybe
disparaging at all. And so it makes you wonder if Pa is
not always. Is
maybe disrespectful. So I'm going to let you guys know. If you guys are wondering the same thing, he doesn't see it that way. He's always been Pa. He calls
They are Pa and Ma Kettle.
Ma and Pa. Ma and Pa.
That is them.
We are. Yeah. And it's okay. So, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but I wonder. So, I don't know if it's, we are Ma and Pa Kettle. We are. So, yeah. So anyway, he'll always be Pa.
Yep.
So, yeah. And he even says that to me. If he calls me,
It's hey Ma.
Ma.
Yeah.
Hey Ma. He calls me that all the time. He's never called me honey or sweetie or dear. We've been together since 8th grade. He's never called me that. Yeah. And he seldom calls me Cindy.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't ever. I never ever hear him say that. Mm-mm. It's always Ma.
It's always Ma.
Hey Ma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Ma. He's
Pa.
That's All right. It's been decided. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else? Anything else we want to talk about? Any other questions? Oh, I know what else. We had asked them, and maybe we should talk about that again tonight when we do the box opening. But,
right.
But the major consensus was they like the idea of what's new and alphabetical. They like the alphabetical.
It makes sense. It's easy to find.
Yeah. 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 So they liked that.
I can do that.
And so that was the main. And then a couple people said, well, can we have both? No. Wouldn't that be nice if you could arrange it the way you want it?
Yeah, there's no filter. You can't filter by newest or filter by alphabetical. So, but I can do both. I can do a what's new, and you can click that, and you can see the newest box openings for the week, and then or what's came in the box opening, and then keep it alphabetical, and then I'll just change out the what's new. That's easy enough.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Good. And they all wanted to make sure that you had a fantastic time.
We did. We had a really good time. It was a great place. Wonderful weather. We had perfect weather the entire time, and yeah, we had a really good time. There was over 75 people from our little town that went down for the wedding.
Fun.
Isn't that great? And there was a couple other people from California, from Zach's family and everything, but yeah, there was.
I think everybody is just ready to get away.
Yeah, that's what Casey was saying. I said it's not that everyone wants to go to Mexico. I think this was our first vacation really after the pandemic. I mean, we did the river cruise, but this is our first real get out of Dodge, let's go. Yeah. And I think it was a lot of other people's too. Yeah. So, but it was a beautiful place. We had lots of fun and great food.
Ate a lot. Got some couples massages.
Yep, those were good.
Yeah. Spent some time on the beach. But you got eaten up by something.
Yeah, they were bugs. Yeah, so I got lots of bug bites, and mostly on my legs, because if you walk the beach or whatever, so I don't know. The resort was saying that they had these weird mosquitoes, but I mean, I don't know. None of us ever saw what we were being eaten on.
A bug.
No. So we don't know. And I never went swimming in the ocean, but we walked the beach a lot to get to a local, we were in an all-exclusive resort, but if we walked maybe a block down the beach, there was this great little restaurant, and we stayed there a lot. And by the end of the week, his name was Angel. He introduced us to his whole family and his kids. Aww. And I forgot to ask Dennis and Paulina, but their oldest is 9. Same age as Eliza, loves math. And I said, oh my gosh, you need to get their address. How cool to have pen pals where Eliza, it can be easy, press a flower and say, this is a purple flower, and write it in Spanish. What best way to learn a different language than to have to learn how to write it, say it, and, Amelia in Puerto Vallarta could learn the same thing. So, I don't know, I think they thought that was a really good idea. And
yeah, that's a really good idea.
A 9-year-old pen pal from across the water. And so, yeah, we had a really good time. A lot of fun people. And
good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good. You were missed a little bit.
A little.
All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll see you guys tonight at 5. And then, again, watch for that email just so you kind of know. But, so the website will be up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll have a special page for links for certain things that 100% of the proceeds go to the Ukrainian relief effort. We'll have the silent auction, and we'll have a fairly complete sneak peeks of what the live auction will be, and that'll be live 4 o'clock on Friday, Pacific time.
Super cool. Right. Super exciting.
See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.